Hey everybody, this is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble. D Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Friday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at Wrestlekram, of course, the Axe Wrestlekram show. You're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. I am humbled each and every single time that you allow me to do this. Just to give an apology, or just being a grown up or whatnot. Things happen. Things truly do happen in life. Especially when you get older, it's just gonna happen. So unfortunately, I did not do the Dynamite show. I actually literally watched the show. I have the script. I was doing the show yesterday, and I had technical difficulties. If you know I do anything, I do it in the morning. I do it I get up like 3 hours before or 4 hours before I go to work, and I do the show. Now, if I'm off, it'll be later on in the morning, but it's still usually in the morning. That's kind of what I do now. I try to keep it in the morning. And I got up, I started to do the show. 30 minutes in, I got some technical difficulties with my sound machine. It was just brutal. It was brutal. So I went to work. I got home and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And the thing is, with doing news and doing the show itself, news moves so fast. So the stuff that I was going to talk about was pretty much a week out. I mean, a week after or whatnot. So that's why I didn't come home and do it. And plus, I got home around 8. It was going to be pointless to do it. So there are going to be some times when your boy don't do a show. And it's because probably just fatigue, doing it so much. It's going to be days where I don't do it, and no disrespect to everybody. And I know you enjoy the content, but there's going to be days where I don't do it. And yesterday, unfortunately, was one of those days where I could not do it because the news was stale at that time. And on top of that, doing it at night is just not my thing. I like to do them in the morning. So I do apologize. With that. Don't forget, you will get a still, even though I did not give my predictions out. You will still get, of course, the backlash show. You'll get that show, the review of that, the review of that show. You'll get that anyway. You'll get that Saturday. Also Sunday, you'll get the dirt sheet. The Wrestlekram weekend edition on Sunday as well. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. One more thing. In my hand right here, is a GameStop. It's a GameStop receipt. GameStop receipt, okay, guys? This is a GameStop receipt that has a fully paid AEW Fight Forever game. I've redid it. They did say that it's coming out pretty soon. They're shooting for next month that it's going to come out. Hopefully it does come out. Hopefully I can give you the circle of life thing where I lift it up above my head, hoist it above my head. But we will see what happens with that. But I did rebuy it because I did buy it a long time ago. $60 just sitting there, and now I rebought it because they are saying now they are confirming ish that is coming out. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and subscribe, you guys. Okay, so the very first question is Dragon Hunter XD. He asks, AEW Rampage is one of the worst wrestling shows of all time. What can Tony Khan do to fix this if he can? That's a great question. Thank you so much, Dragon Hunter XD. Now, he can fix it. It can most definitely be fixed. Now, we are hearing from Conan that we are now getting not a soft brand split, but a actual brand split. And with that brand split, you can do one or two things. Now, AEW Dynamite is really good. That is the flagship show. Keep that there. But here's my thing. If you want to do a brand split, how about we do a show that's not on Saturday? How about we do a show that's on Thursday? You don't have to make another show like Collision, which they are doing. You don't have to do that. My suggestion would be to put, you have 7 days in the week. A lot of people don't watch TV on Saturdays. I don't know what type of statistics they're looking at. People just relatively do not watch TV on Saturday. I myself am not a Saturday person. Even if I'm at work, and I work at a cable company, we have TVs all over the place. Don't want to watch TV on Saturday. So I myself don't like Saturday programming. I myself am going to have to watch it now on Saturday due to the fact that it is a mainstream AEW show. So I have to watch it. But in order to get Rampage to the point where it is a watchable show, hint this out, because we did hear on the news that they're getting they stopped the taping on Elevation and Dark Elevation. Okay, those people that are on Elevation and Dark Elevation, put them on Rampage. Get you a screenwriter, get you a director, and get you some really great writers to get on that show. Turn it into a NXT type show. Turn it into a NXT type show where you have your dark elevation people there. Make them their own get them their tag team titles. Make them their mid-card title and get them a world title. Okay? That's how you fix Rampage. Do not put anybody on Rampage that isn't development. You should be able to do some type of development organization where you have people just like WCW. You had WCW, you had the power plant. You had the performance center in the WWE. I guarantee you have some type of training there for AEW stars where they are working to get on TV. That can be their stance to be on TV. Give them a NXT style show. It can only be an hour. That's cool. Let it be an hour. It's cool with that. Take it off on Fridays. It is a really bad or that time slot on Friday is really bad because you're going against SmackDown, and SmackDown is really good. So take it off of Friday, or put it. My suggestion: put it on at 6. Put it on at 6 on Friday. That would work because you have 6 and then you have SmackDown. That would work perfectly. You need to change that time slot. That time slot is really bad. Also, if you're going to do a show that is like that, you need to put it on. I don't know where you would put it on because you do it right after Dynamite. I don't know if you put fresh people in there or try to hype them up again. Try to get somebody out there to hype them up again. But we need to figure out, does it need to be on the same day as Rampage? Dynamite. That's the question. Now, if you have the Vineyard for a week or 2 days, you can make even more money if you do it the day after your Dynamite taping. Of course, it's not going to be live. They don't want to be alive, but you can literally do it the day after, where you have a fresh audience. $5 tickets. $2 tickets. It's not that hard to do that. Rampage is now starting to be the Thunder of of wrestling, and nobody wants that. And I think that since you have all of these people on Elevation and Dark, it'll be a great addition to just give them their own television show that's on TV, and give them a world champion, a tag champion, a women's champion, and a mid-card champion. That would work. That would be their own universe, and it'll be fine, okay? But that's my suggestion with that situation. Okay, Mitch Does It. He asks, thank you for that question. Great question. Mitch Does It. He asks, are you going to watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie? I am in limbo with this movie. Goodness gracious. If you don't know, this is James Gunn's last directorial on Marvel. Now, I'm hearing that it's really good. I'm hearing it's really bad. I'm not hearing a mid type of thing. And another person that I look at on the YouTube, I forgot his name, but he is awesome when it comes to reviewing. There are a ton of comedy shows now that are getting to the point where, or comedy movies that are getting to like head scratching. Why is this going on? And this is the same situation with this. They're saying it's more comedy than it is anything else. They're saying Adam Warlock is just irrelevant in this movie, and Adam Warlock is like one of a really OP, serious type of character. So it's really weird that we have this. I want to see it today because it does come out today. I'm still up on the fence about it. I want to see it, but I may not go see it. I might wait until it comes out on Disney Plus, like I did Love and Thunder, and I was happy that it came on Disney Plus because that was a complete and utter piece of garbage, and I'm happy I did not waste my money on that movie. So I'm still kind of on the fence on it. I want to look a little bit more into it and see a little bit more about that situation. Remember, I am more of a DC fan than I am a Marvel fan. So that's why, I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to the Marvel movies. Thank you for that question, Mitch Does It. So Dragon Hunter XD, he asked another question. What is your dream career? And I love that when you say career, because a job is something that is just what I do now. That's a job. That's not a career. My dream career as of right now, and I'm still focused on that. I would love to do something that consists of like a media type of standpoint of like, I have a blueprint of what I want. I want to build a studio from the ground up. I want to continue to do my wrestling podcast, but I want to venture out into, of course, I want to venture out into video games or whatnot. I also want to venture out into, politics, because I love politics to death. I'm a huge politics junkie. I do digest a lot of politics. And I also would love to do like a satellite or own my own satellite channel or whatnot. I would love to do something like that. Also, like some type of media. I want to do something in the media. That would be very fun, creative. It is funny because a while back ago, the very first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to be a college professor. And I wanted to teach history because I'm a huge history buff. But now I kind of just want to do like my own media thing. I want my own media station. I would love to do like an XM or a satellite radio type of station. And also go into like commercials where, I create commercials and things like that. Something in that little genre, that little spectrum. Thank you for that question. Great question. Thank you so much, Dragon Hunter XD. Next question from Black Starboy 16. What is the finals for the World Championship tournament? I'm thinking this is the WWE. What he's talking about. Great question. So my finals will be probably now, since we have the match with Omos and Omos versus Seth freaking Rollins. My finals would probably be and once again, I want a match. To me, I want a match where Nobody has held that title before, nobody's held a top title before. So I want Omos to be in that match. A lot of people are not feeling Omos. I'm feeling Omos a lot. I want him to be on I hate that he's a free agent or whatnot, so I'm not feeling that situation. But I do want Omos to be in the finals. And I also want Shinsuke Nakamura to be in that finals as well. Shinsuke being the winner of the entire tournament. But I do want just brand new people to hold a title that have never held a title. Great question. Omos versus, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura. Mitch Does It Better has another question. Who should feud with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn next for the tag team champions? Great question. Great question. I hate that once again, I did rant about this. They have both titles or whatnot. So, and they're exclusive to Raw. I'm not understanding the situation with this. But my very first feud after the Usos would be Pretty Deadly. I love Pretty Deadly. I'm a huge Pretty Deadly fan. Let them get their feet wet, get them on some type of pay-per-view so we can see them shine way better than they were in NXT. Remember, they are the ones that merged or brought both the UK titles and the regular American titles. They merged them together, so they unified them. So I would like them to get first dibs on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Great question. I do like that question as well. Next question. Another Mitch does it better. Does it better. Have you ever been to a strip club and what was your experience like? Okay, so I have been to numerous strip clubs before. I've been to raunchy, dirty, disgusting strip clubs. I've been to very classy strip clubs. They all want one thing. They want money, of course, but they spend a lot of money on alcohol. I myself, I've never drank alcohol ever. I've never had a sip of alcohol. I've never smoked ever in my life. Most of the little swanky ones, they have a 2-drink minimum. And, I would go to these places and it'd be like, it would be like a 2-drink minimum. And the only thing I'm drinking is like cocktail drinks or like, orange juice or things that are from a can that I can buy at Walmart for 50 cents. They're $7 or whatnot. So I've been to strip clubs. My experience has been, I'm not really a strip club person. Me being more of a nerd and, being that type of person. I'm not a cool person per se. So, I'm kind of the awkward person, like, in my head, like, get your life together, but my life is not good. That's my type of thing. But, I do, me being a progressive, I'm for the strip clubs. I'm for that. I am a person, if you get your money however you can, by any means necessary, if it does not hurt anybody or whatnot. But, it was an experience. I've been I used to be a supervisor for a call center, and we went from work directly to a strip club, and it was interesting because it was me and my colleagues there, and we were like, I can't even look at you the same way tomorrow due to the fact that we went to this strip club. So it was interesting. It was interesting. Thank you for that bizarre question. But Mr. Green 2853, he asks, would you be okay with a veteran holding the world title first, like Seth freaking Rollins? Great question. The answer is no. I do not want a veteran, a person who has held the title or held a world title. I don't want that. I want somebody brand new. I want somebody fresh. We deserve somebody brand new to sit out. The Jinder Mahal experience to me is something that I enjoy. Jinder Mahal to me was a really good champion. Now, was he a great wrestler? No, he was not a great wrestler, but he was great on the mic, and he held a stand where it was really, really good. He had the Bollywood Boys, which I was not a big fan of. Now he's coming back with heavy hitting people. So no, I want somebody new. I want somebody fresh. I want somebody innovative, like I said, Shinsuke Nakamura or Omos. I would be okay with. Thank you for that question. I think that was a great question. Okay, I have another question from Mr. Green 2853. I know you are a Bethesda fan, huge Bethesda fan. If you don't know Bethesda is the people that make Elder Scrolls, Fallout. What else do they make? I can't think of other games, but they make a lot of games. I'm a huge fan of Bethesda. So he said, I know you are a Bethesda fan. So Elder Scrolls or Fallout, if you had to choose, that's a hard hitting question. It hits me in the heart because those are one of my favorite games, two favorite franchises of all time. If I had to choose between Elder Scrolls and Fallout, I would have to choose probably, and it's in the middle. It's right here. I would have to choose Fallout. I love Fallout because the storyline is way better. It is history. It's world history as well. I love world history. It's a what if scenario. If something happens and the timeline skips where we get the America versus China instead of America versus Russia. It's a great story. It is a fun story to just get into, actually just read and just have a great time with. And plus, I do like the guns. I like the very staple of the monsters on there. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Skyrim. Huge fan of Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Oblivion is actually my favorite Elder Scrolls game out of any of the franchises. I do play online from time to time. When I get the time to do it. But if I had to choose, it would be Fallout. Fallout is really fun. I enjoy Fallout. Now, we do have some duds with Brotherhood, which was bad. And 76 was bad at one time, but 76 is really good now. And like I said, if I had to choose Elder Scrolls Online and 76, I would still choose Fallout 76. Because 76 is really fun. Thank you for that question. Great question. Dragon Hunter XD, he asked a question. Out of the other three pillars, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin, who do you see winning the world title after MJF drops it? That is a great question and a very easy question. Unfortunately, it would be Darby Allin. Jungle Boy is just not there. He's never been there. I don't see him as a world champion. I see him as a mid-carder. I really don't even see him as the TNT champion. Probably another tag champion if he gets somebody else to be a tag champion with him. But he is not world champion material. He does not have the mic skills. He's a great wrestler. Hands down, he's a great wrestler. But you have to have more than just wrestling skills to be a champion. That's even with Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is a great wrestler. It's just everything else is just not there yet. Do I see them in the future being champions? Yes. The only person I see as of right now that can win that title off of MJF next week would be Darby Allin. Hands down, Darby Allin. Darby Allin has pretty much every single thing checked on the box. He has charisma, mic skills, and he's a great performer. The only thing about Darby Allin is Darby Allin is very reckless in the ring. I need him to get better when it comes to him throwing himself into harm's way. I hope that he gets married. I hope he has children. I hope that he can raise his children up in the air when he is doing these things after wrestling. But Darby Allin hands down. Darby Allin hands down. Thanks for that question. Great question. Mitch does it. What should WWE do with Aaliyah upon her return? And do you want to see her return to the company? I do want to see her return, and I'd like to see her join the SmackDown brand. Last time I checked, she is on the SmackDown brand. And was she? Well, I mean, we just did the draft, but last time I heard she was in the SmackDown brand. I did a story on Aaliyah a while back. Great question. Thank you, Mitch. I did a story on Aaliyah a while back. She was injured, and apparently, when she was in her hometown, she could not control herself by crying. She's very emotional. She's a very emotional person. I think Aaliyah is very beautiful. I think she's a really great wrestler. Well, she's not a great wrestler, but she's a pretty decent wrestler. Mid-card to be exact. This is why I think that we should get a women's mid-card title. Hands down, we deserve a mid-card title. This is for people like Aaliyah and like Shotzi and like Zion. Those women deserve some type of title and just go to both brands. I would love to see her back. I mean, I would love to see her back on SmackDown, yes, because time. The thing is, what makes SmackDown so good is that it's only 2 hours, so you got to condense so much stuff into 2 hours, and you get time to kind of hint her off. Now with Raw, it's really weird because they have the 2 hours, and then you have the third hour or whatnot. The third hour is like it's a bunch of. To me, Raw used their third hour to it's a turd, and they need to put more into that third hour. SmackDown, on the other hand, they're really good with condensing those 2 hours, and with Aaliyah having the fastest pin or the fastest match of all time, the fastest win of all time. I think we can do something with that. That can be a gimmick. That can be an angle we can use. And once again, she's a very beautiful woman. So I would love to see Aaliyah back in the WWE and on the SmackDown brand. I most definitely agree with you. Thank you for that question. Laurel, she does ask a question. Naomi is a new member of the Impact roster. When and where can you see her becoming the champion? One question, and that's a great question. Thank you so much. And that's an easy question. Easy question. Put it on Slammiversary. That is their WrestleMania version of Impact. Let her win against Jordynne Grace. Let it be a great match. I promise you, they are both really good contenders for those titles. Let that happen. I mean, Naomi is a really great wrestler. She was really fun to see in the ring when she was there at the WWE. I love that. I really enjoyed the match, her coming back from injury and having her WrestleMania moment, winning the title again. Let it go. Let Slammiversary. Let them. Matter of fact, if you won't, let them be the main event or whatnot. Let that happen. Let that happen or whatnot. Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Jerry, my little brother Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. He asked a great question. He said, who has the best elbow smash, Shawn Michaels or the Macho Man? This is a very easy question, but I'm going to go a little deeper into it. Of course, Macho Man has the best elbow smash of all time. I do like the Heartbreak elbow smash. That was really fun. That's when you know Shawn was going to get to the end of the match. Every time you see the elbow from Shawn Michaels, you knew it was going to be toward the end. With Macho Man, you knew it was the end. It was the end. That elbow smash was really good. Plus, Macho has a lot more bulk on him. So it was really fun. I really had to choose between those two, but I will give you even a more easier question or a harder question. Who elbow smash is better? Is it CM Punk's or is it Shawn Michaels? That would be the one that I have because I love Shawn Michaels' elbow smash and I really like CM Punk's elbow smash as well. Matter of fact, let's do a triple threat because I like the Acclaimed. I liked whatever's mic drop. He has a really great elbow smash as well. But if I had to choose between those two, it had to be Macho Man. Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. I'll put him in there. L'Oreal, she asked a question. Thank you for that question, Jerry. Thank you so much. Love you. I'll give you a call later on today. L'Oreal, she asks, where do you see the ceiling for all of the members that were drafted in NXT Main? Great question. I do see Pretty Deadly getting a title, a World Tag title. I do see Grayson Waller getting a mid-card championship. I don't see him breaking that ceiling to be a world champion. Jinder Mahal may get a another world title shot again. I like his storyline right now. It's a great storyline. Sanji and Veer Mahan. I do see them being world tag champions. I do see a lot more in Veer Mahan being a world champion. Odyssey Jones, I really don't see a lot with him. He's just going to be the gimmick player. Von Wagner, I like him a lot. I want to see more of the story. That's what's going on with that. Great. Keep him with Mr. Stone, or is it Mr. Snow? Keep them together. Please keep them together, okay? Zoe, I see her as probably the longest reigning world champion of all time, holding both titles plus the tag titles. And if they have a mid-card title, give that to her as well. I see her going above and beyond Bianca Belair. I see so much potential in her. Indy Hartwell, I don't see a lot. I see her more of as a comedy wrestler. Yes, she has had the NXT title, but it would be the writers what they would do with that situation. Isla Dunn and Elba Fire, I see both of them as world champions. They're going to break them up eventually. I do see them as world champions. I do see them as a Undertaker, Kane type vibe. Keep them both on the same brand. Do not break them up. Take them to different brands. But I do see them as both world champions. Who else has went to the... Oh, Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, I don't know what they'll do with Apollo Crews. They did a really bad job with the very first time they brought him up. The second time they brought him up was him being a Nigerian sympathizer or some shit like that. I like him a lot. They did bring his story out a lot now, where he's taking notes, and he's a very great storyteller now. I would like to see more about him. He did do a lot of trolling when he was on Twitter a long time ago, so I want to see what they do with him. I don't see a lot of championships running his way. He has had both the Intercontinental and the United States, so I don't know what they'll do with that. But that'll be a great addition to see what happens with that. Zion, is it Zion? I think his name is. The Samoan, put him on the bloodline. Put him on the bloodline. Let him do that. Cameron Grimes. Put him with the OC. Put him with the freaking OC. He is on the SmackDown brand. Put him on the OC. Have a great time with him. I think that's all of everybody. I think I may be missing a couple of people, but those are the people that I can think in my head because I'm not seeing anything. But I do see that potential. Thank you. Great question. Mr. Green 2853. He asks, after the NFL draft, who do you see going to the Super Bowl and winning it all? Great question. I'm not going to say my Steelers. My Steelers they did a great job with, I think we got a edge rusher in the draft. But right now, I do see that the Baltimore Ravens, they have so much potential, so much upside in the situation. And I do see that them winning, going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl this year. I do see the Baltimore Ravens destroying pretty much everything in the AFC. The NFC still has a lot of rebuilding to do. It is not a quarterback situation, or they're not quarterback driven in the NFC. Unfortunately, I hate to sound like that, but the NFC is just not good. They're not good at all. I mean, the AFC has just been dominant for so long. You just have like the Philadelphia Eagles and everybody else in the NFC. Now, since you have Aaron Rodgers leaving the NFC, you have just Philly. Who else can I think of? I would like to see the New Orleans Saints do something this year. If we can keep a healthy, if they can keep a healthy Derek Carr, which he doesn't get injured. But, it's just that division, the NFC South is just, it's up in the air over there. Yeah, I would like to see, I think Baltimore's going to do it. I see Baltimore. I see the team. The only thing is I want to see them jail. So, probably the first 2 or 3 games, we may get L's. But after that, when they get their stride, I think they're going to win pretty much the rest. I got them winning, like, the majority of their games, like 88%, 90%, So, I got Baltimore this go around. But then again, I said the Bucs are going to win. And they got exit out in round 1 against a really good-looking Miami Heat team. So we'll see. We'll see with that situation as well. Great question. I really enjoyed that question. Thank you so much for that question. Laurel, another great question. I know you are an ex-hardcore 2D fighter gamer. What are your favorite ones? Oh my God, that's a great question. One of my favorite type of genres of video games is 2D platform fighters. If you don't know what a 2D platform fighter is, it is back and forth, back and forth. It's not 3-dimensional. It is back and forth, back and forth. My favorite video game as of right now, my favorite 2D fighter video game of all time is King of Fighters 1999. That is the best one I've ever played. The songs, the music, the background, the storylines, great. I love SNK games. They are the best. King of Fighters is the best game I've ever played. Ever to this day is my favorite game. Number 2, I'll give you my top 5. Number 2, of course, is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3 is the best Street Fighter game I've ever played, ever in history. Greatest game, hands down. It is just great. I will say, and my favorite character on a Street Fighter is Sagat. I love Sagat to death. You cannot beat me with Sagat. I don't care who you are. You cannot beat me with Sagat. Number 3 would probably be Tekken. No, it won't be Tekken. Number 3 is Samurai Showdown. Forgot what that Samurai Showdown game is, but it is a great Samurai Showdown game. A really, really fun story about that. Me and my brothers, we got a PlayStation from our sister a long time ago. We got it when it first came out, and we just couldn't play the game. We were trying to figure out why we couldn't play this game. So we called the PlayStation 1-800 number, and they were stumped. They didn't know how to do it. So they shipped us out a video game, and it was Samurai Showdown, and it was so fun. Super fun. I enjoyed it. We had crazy fun with that game. So that was a fun game. I enjoyed that game times 12. Number 4, Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. I love Blaze Blue to death. It is one of my favorite games of all time. If I had to choose any type of genre of games, like with them and Guilty Gear and all those other games that comes in that little storyline, it is Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue is so fun. It makes no sense whatsoever. I enjoy it. I enjoy all 3 of those Blaze Blue games. They are really fun. The storylines are really fun. I'm an anime person as well, so that's why I choose Blaze Blue. And number 5 would probably be it will be either Mortal Kombat Ultimate, or it would be Tekken 3. Tekken 3 or Mortal Kombat Ultimate. Those 2 games will take the 5 spot. I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. The 2D ones. Well, they're all 2D, other than the Deadly Alliance, I think. But those games are really fun. I really liked it where it was all of the people there. You could choose who you wanted. I like Nude Sabat. I'm a huge Nude Sabat fan. Tekken 3, I'm a huge Heihachi fan. I'm a huge fan of anybody that is related to Heihachi. I like Heihachi. I like Kazuya. I like Jin Kazama, but I like Jin Kazama when he trained under Hachi. I do not like the karate style. When he went to 4, I didn't like that one. I like the one where he trained under Hachi. I like Lee Chaolin. I'm a huge Lee Chaolin fan, which is the adopted brother of Kazuya. I like anybody in that little scenario. I love Tekken 3. I like Tekken Ball. That's why I like it. It was a really fun game. But if I had to choose, it would be those two in the 5 spot. Great question. Thank you so much for that question. Black Star Boy 16. Do you see MJF going to the WWE, and how do you think he will do? Right now, I don't see him going to the WWE anytime soon. I do see that he will probably re-sign with AEW. That's probably going to happen. The storyline is that he's waiting for his contract to expire in 2016, I think it is. So he can go to the WWE, but he will re-sign. Hands down, he will re-sign. Now, when he does go to the WWE, if he does go to the WWE, he is world championship material all day, every day. Remember, he's only 26 years old, and he has all of that talent as of right now. MJF is and he says it all day, but he is a generational talent. And if the WWE get a hold of this generational talent going to, of course, the WWE, and this is just a prediction, I do see him breaking Roman Reigns' now current title run as champion. That's how good MJF is. That's how great he is a study of the game. That's how good he is when it comes to history and the lineage of what he does. He's that damn good. Also, I want to give a shout out to him for a tweet that he got rid of, where he was talking about, taking care of your health and not doing all these crazy, insane moves that we see. Just something, I want to give a shout out to him for that. And that was him saying that it was a great thing. AAA is something that is just, it's a cringy type of thing, me watching AAA. But MJF is very smart. He's very smart. He doesn't want to put people on their heads, and he doesn't want to fall on his head as well. He wants to have a wife and child where he can raise, I keep saying this, but it's true. Some of these wrestlers have children, and they can't raise their children up because they have a bad back and a bad neck. MJF is seeing that, and he doesn't want those people to go through that. So MJF, yeah, his ceiling is limitless as of right now. I do love MJF. MJF is probably the second best champion in all of professional wrestling. And we'll leave with this. Question. Black Starboy 16. If you were on a magical desert island and you could wish for only one meal for the rest of your life, and you wouldn't die off of it, what would it be? Great question. I love that question. I love that question to death. So, my favorite meal in the world would probably be a burger and fries, or burger and onion rings. I'll say a burger and onion rings. I could eat that all day. I love burgers, and I want it fully dressed. I want a fully dressed burger or whatnot. But if it wasn't that, I would probably say meatloaf and mashed potatoes. I would say that as well. I love hamburger meat, so it would be either a burger and fries, or it would be a hamburger meat. Or it would be meatloaf and mashed potatoes, or my thing I like, or a mashed potato, or a meatloaf sandwich with fries. I would like that. No, what not? Thank y'all so much for those questions. Don't forget Sunday you will get a new feed on the community tab. Don't forget to get your questions in. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all so much for those questions. A great time today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow you will get, of course, the video of Backlash. You'll get my review of Backlash. Sunday you will get, of course, the episode of course, SmackDown and Rampage. You'll get that, and you'll get my top 10. I love y'all so much. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.